Hey guys, it's Courtney here with King Realty Management. I hope you are having an amazing week so far. Today we're talking all about what happens when a contract terminates and a healthy perspective for sellers and also for agents, okay? So let's be real. In the age of the internet, especially in the age of social media, we're all posting our highlight reels, right? This house is under contract, this win, but we don't necessarily highlight the challenges. So that's what I'm going to do today. One of the challenges with selling real estate is there is a possibility at some point during a transaction for a buyer to say, look, I don't want to buy this property, okay? So let's talk about how to approach that, right? This is for you sellers. Maybe you have your house listed right now, or you're planning on listing a property, or even agents, if you're watching this, maybe this is something that you can share with your clients to give them a healthy perspective so that they're not miserable during the whole process of selling a home, okay? So number one, acknowledging that there is always a possibility that a buyer decides, you know what, I don't want to buy this property, even after their offer has been accepted, okay? So why would they do this? Maybe an inspection takes place and they're just not comfortable with moving forward with the property. Maybe they just get cold feet. I mean, after all, buying a house, it's a big purchase. It's a big deal. It can be very emotional. So sometimes buyers just say, you know what? My gut tells me to stop and let's kind of regroup, right? So acknowledging from the very start that there is a chance that this takes place is step number one. Step number two, while under contract, usually the first 7 to 10 days, buyers are doing inspections and everything like that, right? So even during this time, I'm making sure that my listing is still being shown. Okay, so just because we're under contract and maybe we're in the option period where the inspections take place doesn't mean that I've just shut it all down and nothing is happening with the listing. No, we're still allowing showings to be had at the property. Why? The reason why, because I want to secure a backup contract just in case something happens, right? Or I want to make sure that buyers who, let's say they're a little bit late getting or seeing the listing, they still have an opportunity to view the property and consider the property, okay? Because again, during the inspection period, I don't know. I mean, sometimes buyers get cold feet, right? So having that showing access available to the property even after going under contract is super important. Number three, if a buyer decides to terminate, it is not the end of the world. Guys, without getting too spiritual, let's face it, all of this stuff is pre-written, right? Whoever is supposed to buy your house is going to buy your house. Sometimes it's the first offer that you get and you accept. Sometimes it may be later on. So you gotta keep the faith. It's all gonna work out exactly how it's supposed to, okay? Those are the top three things. Number four, okay, this is the last thing. If a buyer terminates, you just regroup and you keep it moving, right? We remarket the property. We highlight to buyers and agents around our area that, guys, that property's back on the market. Don't miss out on this gem. And you start from square one, but at least you have all of the feedback thus far, and even feedback from that buyer that decided to terminate. They may have terminated because of the house, maybe because there were some additional repairs that were needed that they really didn't anticipate, or maybe just their gut instinct was like, gotta pull out, this house may not be for me. So keeping all of these things in mind is going to help you have a positive sales experience, okay? If you have any questions, if I can be a resource to you, by all means reach out to me, kingrealtytx.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram at King Realty Texas, all spelled out. And then you can visit us on YouTube, youtube.com/KingRealtyTX. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and comment below if you have any other thoughts to chime in on. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.